right, Taylor Decker said he's welcome the Lions drafting offensive lineman, not worried about him taking the spot. And he said he wasn't getting a shot. So start off talking about his media presence. Shout out to Taylor Decker. He proved me wrong last year. Played well. And reading from Detroit News, Taylor Decker says he would welcome the Lions drafting offensive lineman. Offensive line help. But check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Appreciate the love and support. He played amazing last year, man. And, he deserved to keep his job. If he keep playing like that, might deserve another contract. But he said, wow, there are still more questions than answers when it comes to what the Detroit Lions would do in the first round of the NFL draft. There's a growing belief the team will embrace the opportunity to add an offensive lineman in the first round, particularly Oregon's Penei Sewell. If he makes it to 7, where the Lions are scheduled to select for a Lions left tackle and team captain, Taylor Decker, that's music to his ears. Quote, I'm all for adding anybody that can help the team, Decker said during the video call with reporters on Tuesday. Take the lineman in the first round. A couple years after they took Frank Ragnow. Frank, remember that? If y'all was around for that. Frank turns out to be an all-pro, Pro Bowl guy. He's one of my best friends. Takes all the linemen in the draft. I love it because I'm an offensive lineman. I see a lot of value in that position. He continues on with his quote, if we can add talent at any position, wherever it may be, let's do it. Decker said, obviously, I don't follow the draft. I don't know a lot of the college players. I watch for Ohio State, and that's about it. But I know there's talented guys, and whoever in the organization deems to add value, helping add value to the team, I'm all for it. And that's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because, a lot of them, on their Saturdays, just hooking up. You got walkthroughs and all that, and then free time, and their free time, you got wives, you got to be on the phone with them if they're on the road. So I understand it, though. But Decker know that he really doesn't know the specifics of the offensive line prospects. Well, we're preparing to lean on the general manager, Brad Holmes, and Coach Dan Campbell. But Decker did offer support for another prospect who could play for the Lions at 7, quarterback Justin Fields. Fields once viewed as the number 2 player in the class, has seemingly found his stock slipping leading up to the draft, as outside observers and anonymous NFL decision makers has picked apart his game, as most black quarterbacks have done. At this stage, there's realistic possibility he'll be the 5th quarterback selected. He's the really one of the best ones here. Quote, Decker, well, I don't know any of the flack he's taking because I'm not following the mock draft. Decker said, from when I've seen the guy, he's a playmaker. You watch the big time games he played in. Not that I'm a quarterback expert, so just is not the holy Bible of a draft analyst, but it seems like the guy can make a lot of throws. Quote, I know he had his pro day, and I watched some of the highlights because I follow Ohio State social media accounts. It looks like he was putting some on a dime deep down the field on the move. Decker said, quote, I know he ran well. I didn't play with him personally, but I know some guys, and they seem to like him. The huge thing about being a quarterback, you're going to run the show, but if you got to be able to relate to your teammates and your teammates got to like you. That's what I've heard. So, he got some respect in that point. And then also there was a situation with him where one Pride Nation, check his channel out, he sent it to me. I'm getting ready to go to Vegas. I hope it's like fire. First time being in Vegas. Vegas. Oh, the first hangover, that was hilarious. Vegas. But I got 2 screens. Got one here. That one. And I have. Y'all see that one? Yep, that one. So got this printer I get ink for. But he said Taylor Decker said one thing he was asked for when he talked to the Lions management about what changes need to be made after the season was give Hank Farley an opportunity to interview. He got his wish with Farley returning, said it was good. The organization listened to players, so apparently the organization is taking a different step. They're asking players, not only asking them, but coming through and really coming through what they plan. So, Taylor Decker, he earned a second contract, so why wouldn't he earn an opinion in in that organization. Don't pay me all that money. I should have an opinion. But he said that I did not get vaccinated. I'm not going to. Like September said Tuesday, I'm just not going to speak on to the reasons why. I have my reasons. I don't know. That's such a hot button topic. But personally, I just don't feel like it's the best thing for me. I'm not going to do it. So that's what he said about that situation. It's just about, offensive line course. The brotherhood could continue. And if you could add the best offensive tackle in the draft who can play tackle and guard, I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, I think Darrisaw and Slater would provide more versatility where they could slide to the left tackle. He also said he's not worried about nobody taking his job. But potentially, Sewell don't have the long arms, but with Rashad Slater and Darrisaw, you can play them at left tackle. So, provide some flexibility. But with Sewell, you got guard and right tackle. But they had the best offensive line on paper if they could stay healthy. And that's the key thing, is stay healthy. And they can stay healthy. The difference between Wagner, Terrell Cosby, Big V at right tackle, Sewell is a road grader. He's on a road grade, and he's gonna do, unlike Rick Wagner, he's gonna give you the ability to really push guys back. And that's the one thing, you can have the best offensive line, but if you continue to call pass plays and you don't get them big fellas going forward, you're gonna lose. So the Lions, the first thing they gotta do to improve the offensive line, which it wasn't bad when healthy. If a draft pick not gonna help this, first thing you gotta do is call a better game. You have to call a better run game. If you can't call a better run game, then it's just a situation where it don't matter who you got. If you got 300-pound plus man on the back foot just tiptoeing back, you're not going to you're not going to win. You're not going to win. But you get them fellas going 20, 40, 30, 40 times a game going forward and posting their wheels on linebackers and D linemen and safeties and corners, you're going to get a better offensive line. So if you ask them to drop back 30, 40, 50, 60 times with you, like Matt Stafford, the same thing going to happen, with Jared Goff. Especially Stafford is accustomed to spreading out, throwing 60 times a game. Goff can't do that without relying on the run game from what we've seen. But, as far as them listening to the players, I'm not surprised. Sheila's, being Sheila, like, what, 70 years old? Well, Sheila being 70 years old, let me see how old Sheila is. Well, Sheila being, what, 70 years old, she would be, they didn't even got her birthday, born in 1951. So her being 71 years old is just to the point where there's different thinking from Martha and Mr. Ford, and it seems like she's not as hell bent. Martha was born in 25, so she kind of hell bent on kind of before desegregation and certain things, but she treat the players like employees, but she wasn't as involved as Mr. Ford was, and that's okay. But to be honest, I think that it's good that they listen to their players. That's what's supposed to happen. Decker giving a greater feedback, and they hired the guy he wanted back, and that's the number one thing to a great company. If they listen to their employees and they execute a comfortable work situation where open dialogue and things are actually going to change, it's just not, speaking to the choir. Ain't nothing changing in the pulpit. So, they got protein shakes for dogs. I didn't know they gave a dog massages. I'm going to take Miles to get a massage. Mason, he ain't ready yet. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a great thing that they're changing. But ultimately, we don't care if they change the colors, change the logo, change where they play at. We don't care if they change on the inside. We want to see changes on the scoreboard. We want to we want to get a Super Bowl. We want to host a playoff game. We want to win a playoff game. We want to win a Super Bowl. We want multiple Super Bowls. So that's the number one thing that's going to have to change. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. To the Detroit Lions Talk Playlist Talk. Don't forget me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Links there. You can reach out anytime if you want to promote your business on the channel. Video request, chop it up. Twitter's the fast way. If you want to make a donation, Cash App CJ Good 313. That's the description. PayPal link there as well too. But so to donate, share the video. Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the One Time MotorCitySportsTalk. Don't forget to check out the channel. Goodfellas Sports TV right here on YouTube. Peace.